Okay, thank you very much, Beverlee, for this kind introduction, and thank you for the organizers for inviting me to give my thoughts about how a company, a big corporation like us, can somehow use the agenda of the SDGs as a lever for our own businesses. So just a few notes about Iberdola. We are one of the leaders in renewable energies in the world. We operate in Spain, UK, US, Mexico, and Brazil. And we have a lot of wind energy, solar, and hydro assets, plus some others. Okay? So we had, in the past, we have evolved our concept of sustainability with time. At the very beginning, we used to have like a social responsibility department, as many others, and this is still ongoing. But at some point, we thought that there is an opportunity and a challenge for the industry, for our industry, for the electricity sector, to develop new solutions that the world needs for our energy system. We all may agree that our energy system is not sustainable anymore. So we have to change how we produce and use our energy, and we as an energy company are committed to do so. And we can do that through new business models and through innovation. That's why my title is Innovation and Sustainability, because we think that we have to achieve these two things together, right? So we were in this process. We have our sustainability policy that, in our case, incorporates what sustainability means for our sector, and it means, for sure, environmental concerns, CO2 emissions, but also affordability. We cannot deliver energy that is very clean, but it's not affordable to our customers, because people need to have access to energy. And this is very clear in the SDG 7. And we also think that we need to provide security of supply and quality of supply. There is no energy if you only have energy 2 hours a day. So these three things should come together, and the solutions we look for should have those three things. Besides, we also think that we have to do this in a responsible manner with all our stakeholders, and as we are a company, a private company, we should also deliver to our shareholders dividends. So there is no harm on doing this by also doing business, and this is what we are trying to do. So then it comes a few years ago, the 2030 agenda, and we strongly believe that this gives us like a roadmap and a framework to develop our previous thoughts. And we did so. So we integrate the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals, in our sustainability policy. So it helps us to identify and manage risk, cost, new markets, innovation, and we aligned all these new things in our strategy. So we incorporated them, and we thought that we cannot do the whole 17, but we should focus on what we can do. And as an energy company, we thought we should focus on 2. It's 7, providing a clean, affordable energy access to people, and 13, because we are one of the main contributors of CO2 in the world, combating climate change. And then we align all our strategy with that. So we are committed in the SDG 7, energy access, renewable energy efficiency. We have targets, and I think this is very important. You can talk whatever you want, but if you don't have targets and you don't have those targets somehow tracked, then you are doing just talking, right? So we have targets in all these objectives. So from since 2000, we have invested 90 billion euros in renewables. And our new strategy plan for 2022, it is about 35 billion euros, mostly in renewables and networks, because we think networks is completely needed for this quality of supply I was saying before. We have the target for energy efficiency, to improve the energy efficiency of our customers through electric vehicles, through energy efficiency at home, and through electric heating with heat pumps. And we have also a target for energy access. We have committed to, for 2020, it was done in the United Nations in New York, 4 million new persons having access through our networks thanks to us. So I think this talks up very well about our compromise in the SDG number 7. And for the 13, we have 3 clear targets. For 2020, to decrease our emissions 30%. For 2030, 50%. And for 2050, carbon neutral. So having in mind that we are already, as we have invested so much in renewables, we are already 30% below the average in Europe. So, and we are making money out of it. And this is the good point of everything, because and it's not only making money, but the financial community and the investor community, and we have a panel after that about this, is more and more asking us about these kind of things and how we are going to do businesses in this new framework that is coming. And you may see the graphs of the price for shares for those companies that still have coal in the portfolio, and the coal companies that are decreasing very much because investors doesn't trust on the sustainability of the business anymore. So it is not that we have to do this in the future because it's good, it's in the SDG agenda, but it's also that investors and financial community are backing those companies that will provide the sustainability in the future. So for us, it's not only sustainability in the sense of the United Nations framework, but also sustainability of the business. And I think this is really great. So this is the most important thing we are doing. It is, we have taken this so much that the bonus of our directors, my bonus, the bonus of the chairman, is linked to achievement of the targets. So this shows how the commitment is. So 20% of the bonus for 2020 is linked to the achievement of these targets I'm talking about. So, but we also want to help our somehow environment around us, our suppliers, our customers, and so on, to know about this. So we also have a strong awareness program about SDGs. So we have created an alliance with universities in Spain and with the Secretaría General Iberoamericana, the Ibero-American General Secretary. So we're going to have to celebrate a huge conference in Salamanca, in Spain, Ibero-American Conference on SDGs. So we are somehow letting people know what the SDG are and what opportunities the SDG will provide to different businesses, and also we're telling them to commit, as we have done so far, and letting them know how they can be in a business, commit to these sustainable development goals. So through this conference and some other things we are doing, like being here, we are trying also to share with others what we are doing, learning from others what they are doing, and somehow trying to create a momentum and an awareness of what SDG could mean for business. We have also introduced in our status what is the concept of social dividend. So for our shareholders, we have our annual General Assembly next week, on Friday this week, and we are going to tell our shareholders what is the dividend in terms of money and what is our social dividend also. So they feel that the company they have invested is giving them money because of their investment, but it's also providing the society with the mission we say in our website, that is providing clean, affordable energy, security of supply to our customers. And this is really what we are thinking. What we think about is, it's really, for us, it's been like a big opportunity because we really think electricity will be in the center of this. And that's all. Thank you very much.
Flood from Algeria. I have just 2 points. One, to Mr. Delgado, is very impressed by the example, your illustrations. Very well done. You mentioned at one stage that the university was to some extent involved. I was going to ask how, in general, research sphere, does it have any, had any role to play in the model you've developed, and how would you engage that in the future? Because that is very important, where new ideas and new models mature. Perhaps you could elaborate on that. And the second one, with Mr. Joel, I was also very interested in your proposals. There are only 2 queries. One was raised by a friend. There are many countries which have a major data deficit. And if you work out this system, which is obviously will go in favor of those who have elaborate data collection systems. And the other one is there a lot of informality going into the south, and a lot of things more close to sustainability are going on. How can you overcome these 2 obstacles? Thank you.
So I'm taking the opportunity also to respond to the social responsibility question before also, because it's somehow linked. So in the past we had these programs for social responsibility, somehow doing things that was good for the society, but it was not linked to our business. So now we have changed our mind, and now we keep doing these kind of things, but linked to our business. So it's more about doing things that are not tangible, but intangible, and many of them relates to education. So we think that for our business, we need people, students that are educated in new forms of energy, new business development in the energy access and so on. So our social responsibility department, our foundation, is giving grants to students to get trained on these skills. Then we, as a business, somehow take some of them to work for us. So we linked our social responsibility programs to our business somehow, right? So this is the kind of things we are doing. Another social responsibility program we have, it is the Shire Alliance. We are delivering energy to a refugee camp in Ethiopia called Shire, sorry. And so we have our volunteers working on this field that is giving energy access to this field. So through that, we are learning how we can provide energy access in this environment, and probably in the future we develop a business out of that. So we link somehow our social responsibility programs with our probable or future business. If not, it's okay, but at least we try to do things in this regard. So going back to the university thing, we are doing something like this. So we have programs that goes from just making awareness, as I said before, about these kind of things. So we have programs for students to become entrepreneurs and helping them to think about challenges about the energy sector. So we have a huge program of with in Spain, ICAI, Strathclyde, in Scotland, MIT, in US, Tecnológico Monterrey, in Mexico. And we launch a challenge, energy challenge to the students. So then we pick all these ideas, and then we help them to develop the ideas, the best ones, and so on. And further, we make R&D projects with them to develop the skills that we need for these future things. And besides, there are some things that are not being taught in the university so far. So, for example, we are promoting a master in smart grids between 2 universities, Strathclyde and Comillas in Madrid, because those skills are not being trained. The students are not being trained on those skills so far. So we are promoting this. So we are concerned about our workforce, and we are using our university program for 3 things. First, to identify the best talent in university to work for us. Second, to train our own people in those skills that are needed. And third, to create collaborative project with them to define how the new energy sector is going to be. There is a huge need for new regulation and for the new energy system that is coming. it's not anymore like producing energy that is being demanded. It is about demanding energy that is being produced by renewables. Providing capacity is something totally different, and for example, we were one of the supporters of the Utility of the Future project from MIT that tried to highlight how an energy system and the electricity energy system in the future should
Excuse for
work.
being a little bit late, but with a few technical problems at the
So please remember, if we all help and do a little bit, it will make a big difference.